Hello and welcome to Daily Rob for Sunday the 3rd of July 2016. And today it's all about curated content and quality. And something I've just come across myself was a very interesting podcast, an Australian podcast on sort of the quality of content that we watch, that we read, that we listen to, and this sort of like, sort of beginning of the argumentation is that online on the internet by now there's so much content ranging from, really great to really, really bad. This sort of new challenge and problem arises that how do we get, to the high quality content? How do we make sure that we don't spend the entire day on searching for the actual good content, but rather, just spend the time wisely on the things that we really want to listen, read, and watch, and, keep aside all the things that don't really touch us because we wouldn't find them interesting in the first place. And this podcast got me really thinking, first, because while I do release a daily sort of podcast, with Daily Rob, and it sort of made me question myself, well, is that actually, is it justified to release yet another daily sort of content on the internet? Some might call it crap, some might, find it okay, maybe a few find it really good, but wouldn't it be, again, I recorded it yesterday, to slow down, wouldn't it be sort of maybe better to slow down with the actual pace of content releasing on the internet and make things weekly, monthly instead of daily, and just have a few but good sources that we listen, read, watch to? Yeah, so something to really think about, right? And I don't know what that will mean as a consequence for my daily Rob. Should I call it weekly Rob, monthly Rob? But I certainly now try to sort of make sure that I get to the curated content, especially for I like to listen to podcasts, and instead of I on the one side I love to stumble upon new things, so this sort of innovation idea, yet I also like stability. You can also call it differently, convergence or divergence. While diverging, opening up your mind, your space is great to it's great to discover and important to discover new things in your life. Yet at the same time, it's also important to at one point converge and focus and create stability among a few concepts. So, for example, speaking about these podcasts, in terms of convergence, this means that I select a few good podcasts, that I then build up a relationship to, become an active listener and an active supporter of these podcasts. Yet I could still, have another one set aside to stumble upon new things. And I had one, which was a daily one, like mine. And I realized that's way too much. I was overblown by all this content that I couldn't even process in time. So now I decided to ditch it all, to drop it, and focus on a few good podcasts. And you might do it with me, with other sorts of media, with newspapers, or with Netflix, whatever you consume. Maybe you want to think, what's actually really worth supporting and becoming sort of an active subscriber to, and thinking that a bit further and speaking about business models, maybe services like Spotify and Netflix actually do really help, because they sort of they invite you to, or sometimes you can also see they force you to actually pay for a premium. Do you pay a premium to get access to what they say curated high quality content? So a lot of thoughts for today, for this Sunday. Just had them on my mind, wanted to share them, and look forward to your ideas, comments, and anything else you want to share with me. That's it for today. See you tomorrow in a new week. Bye bye.